And welcome in to a brand new Sports Talk here on Blue Ridge 11. It is Wednesday, February 19th. As I said, we've got a supersized show today. Happy to have you guys along. I'm Chad Landers, joined by Eric May, and for the first time ever, Mike Straub joining the panel. Thanks so much, sir, for coming on.
Honored.
Yeah, and we all knew that Gabby Girola-Hill was 20 points away from 1,000, but 20 points is a lot in a playoff game where they could potentially put a lot of effort into shutting down your best player.
Girola-Hill's going to take it. She takes a two-point shot up and good!
It's very exciting. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get it with the clock going down. I didn't think the shot was going to go in. When the ball went in, I was just, a lot of relief just left. We believe in you, and I just kept that through my head and kept pushing. Definitely worked hard for it. Just a great experience.
Started the season at 640 points, so had a long way to go, and as you heard her say, a lot of work to get there. Brock Gingrich, Noah Palm from Cocalico, making it onto the Big 33 team. First members of a Cocalico football team to ever be on that. It's history-making, just adding on to what Noah Palm and Brock Gingrich have done.
Those two especially, capping off tremendous careers and get to do it in the Big 33.
It's a huge opportunity for these guys, and I think you got it right, Eric. Something that caps off a really special season and a really special career, too, for the head coach there, to think that he finally gets to send a couple of guys to Big 33.
In that third quarter, Governor Mifflin went to a trapping defense, and Warwick just didn't have an answer as to being able to advance the ball. Now, I understand that it was a completely different team, but, you know, injuries, unfortunately, are part of the game, and if they are in that game, we don't have the story of Chase Yarborough. We don't have the story of Chase Crawl and what these guys did. And collectively as a team, how they rallied around each other and said, you know what? All right, we understand these guys are out, but that's not going to stop us from trying to achieve our goal.
You're right. Everybody kind of said, oh, without these big names, these guys we hear so much about, how are they going to survive? They still finished the season on that unbelievable win streak. They were one or two possessions away from a league championship, and they lost to a good Governor Mifflin team last night. This is not the same Governor Mifflin team they saw back in January. They made really significant adjustments. Coach Christensen talked about that post-game. He said, we knew they were going to throw that trap at us, and it was a lot better, more disciplined than we saw it the first time around.
It's time to discuss wrestling, and of course for that we bring in our dynamic duo of Brian Cast and Jan Minnick to partake in an annual tradition here on Sports Talk, our wrestling extravaganza that we get to do. Will Betancourt is three-time District 3 champ. He's going for 4 in a row, which would be just another great accomplishment in his career.
A lot of guys moving up to 126 to avoid Will. Vintage Betancourt right there.
Patented armbar series right there.
Had to show the fans that.
Will, if he thinks that 120 is where he wants to be for this postseason, best shot at getting that state title that he craves, we know he craves. Hey, I mean, this is where it all starts.
He is.
Well, he's going to be a 4-time champ, in my opinion.
Josh Groff, though, from Garden Spot is in here at 24-7, the number one spot from Sectional 1. So you'd have to think Josh Groff has a pretty good chance to get to the semis and into states.
For sure. We could see an LL Finals rematch there between Ronnie Fulton and Groff.
For his Kate Althouse here. I really thought we would see him make a great run, but he did not make it out of sectionals, and that's thanks in large part to Gunnar Guerra there, Garden Spot, the senior who took the top spot in Sectional 1. He is now kind of in control of that bottom half of the bracket. There's a potential we could see Connor Zemer in a rematch with him there, maybe, if they both have a great district tournament. And then here we have Hayden Schreiner from Warwick, though. I liked what I've seen out of him at times. Colt Barley, the LL champ, is there.
These two brackets, 152 here and 160, I would say are the most talented brackets that we've seen and probably will see at districts this year.
We have a bunch of local guys in the 220-pound bracket. One of the guys I'm really looking forward to watching, Dustin Swanson from Garden Spot. He's just got a fantastic resume. He's a junior, 30-4, and a chance there to get to the semis and maybe beyond.
I like the Swanson-Moore rematch, man. They're fun to watch.
Yeah.
They're 1-1 this year, and maybe we're favoring our heart a little bit here and going local, but you're going to see a lot of big stuff.
285 to the big guys, and there's a bunch of our local guys here. It'll be interesting to watch them as Calico's Brock Gingrich is there. Charles Martin, the LL champ from Garden Spot, is there. Hayden Better from Warwick also there. So, and there's also some other studs in here as well. So this 285 could be really interesting to watch out in Spring Grove.
Our local guys certainly are not favorites, but again, catch lightning in a bottle. If you are a senior, like we mentioned earlier, if you're an underclassman, wrestle as much as you can, get as much experience as you can. But if you're a senior, man, let it fly. You had nothing to lose. Brock Gingrich missed last year. He came back this year, made the championship final, the league championship finals. That was pretty cool.
That does it for Sports Talk. I'm Chad Landers. Thanks for all of our guests here tonight, and we will see you next Wednesday on another edition of Sports Talk on Blue Ridge 11.